Hey, bless up, fam. So the goal of this video is to share with you a view if you had to go by moonlight. It's half a moon right now. And if you had to go by moonlight, this is what your off-grid living would look like. We've done this before, but I want to try it in a different fashion. I'm using some different equipment just to see if I can kind of capture the real aesthetics of really what everything looks like. So off to the side right here, have some lighting here. I'm not sure if you can see it. We're trying to focus low light. But if you notice, the pathway is carved out and paved. I'm gonna shift over here. And if you notice here, we have a section here where everything is kind of carved out. Let me see if I can switch the settings to kind of give you a good perspective. All right, there we go. So this is some ambiance lighting. Have some lighting on the pole, got a spotlight to kind of shine down the pathway. This is so important. Now, one thing that decisions that I made to not cause like, oh, it's a mansion back there or it's something major back there, but I have motion detector lights up through here. Got ambiance right there, motion detector on the trees, little lighting down here, got lighting down here. Notice the entryway, we're not heavily lit right here. We're fitting into the landscape. We're not trying to kind of be like, oh, it's a mall down here. It's a shopping center down here. But if you notice this light, watch that light, see it comes on? It gives you that ambiance feel without, if you're passing by, it's not a distraction, right? That's the goal, that's the intent. So I'm gonna wait till this kind of goes off. Once it goes off, see, it dims down. It lights your path, but at the same time, it's not so overbearing. So to passerbys, it just looks like it's a little lighting right here. But when you walk through, because that's important, you want to light your path. Look at that. I can see everything. I see everything in the area. And I'm sorry, sometimes I go real fast, but it lights your path right here. Now, as we walk through, we see that there's a little dim lights kind of decorated throughout. We got lighting all the way through here. It's just dim lights to kind of give you aesthetics. Have solar. All these are solar panel lights, by the way. They are not powered with electricity. Bam. See how that lights up everything? I can clearly see my path, my direction there, which I came from. That's important. Not only that, if you're in stealth mode, you can see when people are moving or animals are moving throughout your property. You can stand still and watch the lights come on. That is so important for security as well as animals. Of course, we have a lot of cams out here. We have a lot of security cams as well as wildlife cams. Now, here's a setup. I'm going to set up more of these. Notice this light will stay on all night long. See that light right there? It's going to stay up all night long. It's going to give you an ambiance where you can look out and you can kind of survey and see your property. Even though you can't see everything, but watch this as we approach. Bam. See, now, if I have to come down to the warehouse, which is right here, I have a clear path in which it's not too bright, not too dim. And I know the camera on this video does not kind of suffice. Picture, everything is a little bit lighter, but watch this. Here's the warehouse. If I have to do anything in the middle of the night on the warehouse, I have a light right here, right about there. Now it still gives that lighting, and even early AM to sun break, it still lights up and illuminates. Now watch when I get closer. See, boom. It opens up everything where I can see this whole perimeter. I can see everything. It's important that you have different lighting. Even though you want to keep the nostalgia of nature, you want to feel like you're somewhere tucked away in the middle of nowhere. But this lighting is key, especially if you have to do maintenance in the middle of the night. You never can tell. If you have to check on something, you have to do maintenance. So you want to give you some low light here. And we have LED lighting all the way across the actual RV. So it's LED lighting, 12 volt. Now watch this light right here. This kind of shines right here. Watch how this light illuminates. I love it. See, that one is already on, right? It's lighting up the whole area, but watch this one right here. Motion detector light. Bam. Shines everything. When I walk through, I can clearly see my path. Clearly see the direction in the path. This light is already on. It's highly sensitive. My plans are to put this light a little bit higher. Now over here, it gets a little bit dark. So I have a motion detector light right here that's not, it doesn't provide, but it's a flood light. So watch this as we get a little bit closer. Bam. Once we move this way, we can see everything. So if I ever have to change out or check on the actual LP gas or the batteries, I can easily do that because of that light right there. And it lights up the whole area. This light, once again, is phenomenal. Now, I like to keep this light, I keep a light on over here as well, because the generator, if I ever have to come out in a generator or the septic, check the septic tank, all of that, I can come right out here. Now, watch this. Even though I have enough light to work, truly I have enough light to work right up in here. But then as I move in the motion detector, eventually I will have this light a little bit higher so it can illuminate a whole lot better. It's already active, but because it's so low, I really didn't want a bright light, because in the RV, we keep our windows kind of open. We like to see the natural light, but we don't want to be overbeared with such bright lights. So that's another alternative. Once again, I just really want to share with you some things that you can do to enhance your homestead, to not allow you to become so intimidated with this right here. But you can be nestled in the woods, and at the same time, for security, for as observation, for as having that aesthetics of like a beautiful garden or a beautiful woodland in the middle of darkness, it gives you that. So consider that. Whenever you're getting ready to do lighting, consider some solar panel lighting, motion detectors. Does not mean that every single light will have a motion detection, but just allow some of them to be a mixture of motion detection as well as ambiance lighting. Y'all be well, y'all be blessed. Don't forget to keep on growing. Grow.